everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Cynthia, and today I'm happy to share my July Ruby and Pearl design team project. This is a journal that I've created over the past few months, and I'm really happy that it's finally kind of come together. And although I've still added a few more special treasures in there, I did want to record what it was like at that point. So the starting point for this journal was this altered folder. This was a folder that Heather had sent us, and I ended up using various parts of it for various projects. And here I created kind of a little folder where you can hold some ephemera and do some writing. And I wanted to create a journal that would come along with that. So this is what I came up with. It's a very simple cover, yet it feels so delicate to me, and just kind of everything that I love in general. So this journal was definitely a little bit of me within there. And so when you open it, on the inside cover, there's a little envelope where you can tuck some sentiments about this journal and what you wish for the journal to mean, or perhaps an introduction to the journal or to yourself, or whatever else you would like to include in there. But that's usually how I like to start my journals. So that's what I envisioned. And you can see a piece of that beautiful wallpaper again. Some of that tucked fabric from the cover is also poking through on the inside. And the inside of the journal is filled with some vintage papers, printables of course, such as this one. Lots of kind of blank spaces where you can really add your own touch, add your journaling and your creations onto, just to really allow yourself to be creative. I'll do my best to link all the kits that I use down below, as always. I work best with just mixing and matching and using every pieces that kind of speak to me. So there's no method to my madness. It's really simply wherever my creativity takes me on that day. And here's another printable. I tried to include mainly some of those sketches, the designs, the drawings, types of printables. Those were kind of the inspiration for this project. Apologize for the background noise in this video. We are definitely in full summer mode at this point, and it's just too warm for me to be closing my windows to avoid any further noise. But I do hope it's not going to bother you too much. I've also included lots of vintage ephemera, lots of handmade ephemera, just a good mix of those two. I just love creating ephemera, but I love to see it next to authentic pieces, and that's something that brings me joy. So I hope that someone can enjoy it as much as I do. And lots of various types of papers to really kind of tune into all those senses, and just flipping through the pages, having different sensations, and piquing your creativity and encouraging you to create in there. And that's the other side of that print. And of course some ledger paper and some more drawing-like printables. I love to leave the other side kind of blank, where you can add your pattern papers or whatever types of materials you're working with. To me, it offers room for creativity, and when I create journals for myself, I like to create them that way as well, because if they're too full, I struggle a little bit more to journal in. So this here is just a little kind of flip through. I added some trims, some little pieces of paper. It was a stamp book that I altered. Just various papers. I love this music sheet. It has some old tape on there, and it's aged just perfectly. And this here is a picture from, or a digital print from, I think it's the women's kit. I just really love those images. So that was one of my favorite ones from there. And some beautiful dyed paper. I included lots of papers that Heather had so kindly sent us for our design team groups, and just so beautiful. Just sharing the love a little bit and wanting others to get inspired by all of that. And here's one of the William Morris's drawings, just the tones of that one. And again, that tape on this music sheet, I can't get over it. I just love it so much. And of course, I've got some coffee dyed papers and cabbage dye papers in there. Another piece of that vintage wallpaper, and some more drawing-like printables. And we're just coming on to the third signature here. And some more book pages and ledgers and tracing papers and all sorts of different papers, different textures. It was really nice to play around with a little bit more colors and see where that took me. I've been working so much with the blues, and I really love blues, but it was nice to kind of stray away from that for a little bit and explore other colors. Now, this here is an altered postcard, and I also added this little booklet here, which I'll be sharing a video on how I make these booklets. I've created quite a few, and that'll be coming in the coming weeks. They were just like really simple, and every little booklet like this that I created is different from one another. This one here I thought would be perfect for just writing like some special sentiments, perhaps a short poem or some song lyrics that are really special to the person who holds this journal, or anything else really. But that's just how I envisioned it. And I just tucked it in there with a paper clip. And some cabbage dyed paper, some trims. And that's all. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing the flip through of this journal. I'll have the information about this journal listed down below. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to comment down below. I'll do my best to answer all questions. And I really hope you are all doing really well. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll speak to you all in my next video. Take care. Bye now.